Hello, I am the Roninpawn. Welcome to the Clustertruck Speedrunning Tournament 2021. The beat goes on, but a doom data. I'm sat here today with AJ213. How you doing?
Doing great. Hello, everybody.
I'm just bumping the music over here as I try and manually fade it out like I always. I need to create another button that I can press, and then the music just goes away. I mean, slowly, that it dips.
It'll be automatic, right?
Yeah, I've got a very complicated auto hotkey script that does that for me, that sort of a thing. Welcome in chat, TF, Lexio. Oh, Noah's here. Dramacian, and who else? We got the Boyo. The Boyo! Little Magnets is here. Everybody's here, it looks like, and we're ready with a couple of races today. We're back on it with 2 races. 2 races on a day. Instead of last weekend, we had to spread them out in order to accommodate everybody's schedules, but this time we've got a pairing. What are the pairings, AJ?
Okay, today we have MatterMaker versus Triximix and noAbility, and afterwards we have Noahkra versus 8BitBlitz and noUtility. At least I'm pretty sure I got that right. Okay. Yeah, okay.
No any percent today, huh?
I know, very sad, very sad. I mean, it's the best category, is it not? Right? I'm sure you love it.
But with MatterMaker and Trixie coming up in noAbility, how do we feel about this? We've got betting open in chat, you know, with channel points and stuff like that. What are people predicting here? Because we've got Triximix, former world record holder of noAbility, but maybe suffering from aging speedrunner syndrome, as you like to call it.
Yeah.
And MatterMaker, where, you know, what do we expect to see from MatterMaker today in the noAbility rankings, you know?
Well, all he's said is that he has 8th place desert noAbility, so I don't really know what to expect. I think they have been practicing, but yeah. I mean, that's. I will say though, Trixie, right? There's something we found out that's new about Trixie. Okay, Trixie, okay, wasn't one of his ancestors was the King of France himself, right? So that means Trixie is obviously the Prince of France. I even have a crown. See? Is this visible? Yeah. We have the King of France versus a big boom.
Pull it back a little bit because I can see it, but...
Oh, okay. So
a little bit to this one side to your left. Okay, yeah, no, that's pretty good. So you actually drew, we were trying to figure out at the beginning when, you know, AJ's trying to draw this stuff. How do you represent MatterMaker? And I said, can you draw a star-going supernova or something like that because it makes matter, doesn't it? And yeah, I'd say that's what you got there. Either that or some kind of disgusting tumor. But, you know, either thing is good when you get down to it.
What's the difference?
Oh, shoot.
They both grow.
To see whether we've got the names here correct. And we do! I got lucky! Trixie is where Trixie is. MatterMaker is where MatterMaker is. All right.
And the race timer started, too. Has the race started already, Ronan?
They're 3.5 minutes behind. This is going to be a very slow desert segment for both of these runners. Incidentally, if anybody in chat has anything, you know, complain about my audio if you can hear something odd going on, because we were noticing something in Discord, but don't know if y'all can hear it. So let us know in chat if that's the case. Otherwise, we got a race going. Triximix, I'll be interested to see. Second time we've seen Trixie run noAbility, right? We're in the lower bracket for both, or no, we're in the upper bracket with these runners. And Trixie is, you know, a noAbility specialist and has managed to play the game of submissions, of choosing your categories and discounting them in such a way that they've gotten noAbility in both runs, if I recall. This is lower? Well, how did Triximix lose anything?
Well, that's if we remember, there's something called Snake. So, yeah. That was a hell of a race to have early on in these brackets. Snake and Trixie, damn. Yeah,
that's my brain said we're in the lower, and then I'm like, Triximix can't be in the low. Okay.
All right. How do we get these races started? Let's see them fight to the death. Let's see them die. Because that's how it is, right? I mean, one person actually is going to die. Whoever loses, gone forever. Gone forever. We'll never see him again.
I guess that's true.
There's no second layer of hell. Okay. I'll do the countdown. How's that? Does that work for you, Ronan? Hmm?
At your leisure, sir. Yes.
All right. Runners, get ready.
Here we go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go!
And the timer is off and away. MatterMaker with a little bit more lag getting into the game than Trixie. Trixie coming out with a 6.6 and MatterMaker with a 6.9. 2 runners exiting World 1 in less than 7 seconds. That's what I like to see from speedrunners, people. May also notice that we've got a bit of the rainbow trucks going on for Trixie. The community's actually been working on, like, there's a mod loader and everything for Clustertruck now, and so far, the community's saying, we're gonna allow rainbow trucks in, you know, competitive times on the leaderboards and stuff like that, so we'll see. I'm against it. I'm against it. Because, you know, you got a mod running, but, yeah, as long as it's a purely visual mod, okay, I guess. I don't know. You're opening a Pandora's box. Meanwhile, Triximix is pulling ahead here pretty quickly, moving through, I believe, 1-7. Yep, coming out of 1-7. Oh, just as MatterMaker takes a death right at the end of 1-5. 1-5, especially for noAbility. There's very specific routing to get through here real quick, and MatterMaker's just kind of hopping out. Just making sure, trying not to die a second time there.
To me, it looks like spaghetti, though, 1-5, so... And noAbility runners actually playing 1-5, crazy.
I love it too. It took me just a year and a half to actually get good at 1-5, and now I really enjoy it. Very complicated, difficult movement there. Trixie taking a death on 1-10, trying to get out of here. Deathless out of World 1, not quite pulling it out. So clearing World 1 in about a 1:45. Not the best showing for a noAbility runner through desert, but it's noAbility, and that's the kind of thing that happens.
Talking about noAbility, Ronan, do you do the pause bounce in 2-1? Because Trixie didn't.
No, I still haven't bothered to, you know, practice it and learn it. And it's another level that I enjoy running, because it's very, again, it's one of those that takes ages to understand what you can and can't get away with and be able to see all the different things. So having put the effort in, just because there's like a 6-second time save, I'm gonna run it, damn it.
It's like, oh, 9-10? Oh, pause bounce? Nah, we have the wrist skip.
I'm way better at it. I'm way better at it. Get that one done in 18-19 seconds, and I can very easily mess up the pause bounce version of it for 18-19 seconds. So
just pray to the right gods.
It feels like we're seeing this gap shorten a little bit, although no, not if MatterMaker takes the death here on 2-2, as he did. But Trixie has gotten stuck on some of these levels as well, or just been forced to take slower backups. As we see MatterMaker struggling here through 2-10, or I mean 2-2. Very, you know, schizophrenic sort of a level here. The trucks are going to do weird things as they come into this corner. Even when the trucks all move through, it is up to this level whether or not to give you a version of itself that you can clear in, say, a low 10, versus a version where you can clear it in a low 11. And that's just all up to the RNG, no matter what you do as a noAbility runner, except for maybe a pause bounce. We don't do that. The purest noAbility runners, we run the game.
Sounds like a motto. It's so cool looking at Trixie, though, how he jumps, like, does a perfect jump to the end of the level every single time. And I guess maybe that's normal noAbility, but still.
Yeah, and, you know,
cool to see.
As long as it's been Trixie there taking a death on 2-10, as long as it's been since I got to watch Trixie, because he's been pseudo-retired from the board until this this tournament opened up, I still... It's sort of nostalgic for me to see him open up 2-10 in a very conventional way. You know, he just kind of jumps over every log one at a time, moves forward and stuff, and it's like... We've developed so many faster methods for that through 2.10, but it really does take a lot of time to practice, and Trixie is more happy to just come out of retirement for the sake of the tournament. Oh! Taking a little death there on 2-3 as well. 2-2, 2-3. Or 3-3, 3-2, 3-7, 7,
wait,
50, 56, 12, 9, 2. Bingo!
Who might have guessed one of them?
I-23.
T2?
But so with MatterMaker coming into 210 here, let's see. Yep, he's doing a little grind off of that truck. Doesn't quite get what he's looking for out of it, but moves him through a little bit quicker than Triximix's style. And if he cannot die here, then he can save some of the time that Trixie left on the board taking that death and bring this gap a little bit closer. Nice. He's into Winter World as Trixie moves into 3-7, looking for a lot of speed. Trixie actually developed... was the first one to develop a just keep running method through here that was just fast as the dickens, very difficult to do. And yeah, being a little bit out of practice, I kind of don't expect him to pull it out here. We've got to, set up there, wait. But if he wanted to take the full method, he would have just kept running to those trucks ahead, gotten a whole bunch of speed and went. Instead, sets it up and just walks it out for a clear of 3-7 on the second pass.
Gotta be honest, ass is just reeking right now.
Oh, taking another couple of touches there to get himself out of 3-8. Definitely leaving some time on the board for MatterMaker to close this gap. See how he does with this fall, and again, the difficulty that noAbility runners especially face in the hitboxes in this game, not looking like the models. Very easy to catch that corner as you're trying to turn, bounce off of the ice pillar, and come in, skipping what would otherwise be a very long wait on 3-4.
Oh, random RNG level got ya.
Yeah, this is a good opportunity. Whenever we got somebody, behind who's got potential here, I'm always rooting for them, and Trixie taking that death on 4-1 has allowed MatterMaker to close this to a 4-level gap. Just got to keep that going and hope that Trixie slips off of these trucks. This straight row of trucks in Laser World is nasty in that it's always just a temptation. Like, you know that in ILs you've gone for it at super speeds and come out and, 11-second times or even lower. It's like, I'll try and go for it. It's just a straight row of trucks. Surely I can do it. I'm really good at the game. And then you just end up tripping and getting yourself killed. MatterMaker's fighting 310.
Ooh, 310 is fighting back, though.
Staying alive! But the truck's just not liking him. Huge RNG moment on 310. Really, no matter what category you're running, unless you've got yourself a nice PPTB and or pause bounce to just skip it all. If you have to run this level, you are at the whim and will of the trucks. MatterMaker pushing up and over and through, slowing down a little bit at the end there in order to push through those circles. There's the things. There was laundry basket. And then we've got both runners into Laser World. MatterMaker trying to get through 4-1 in a single pass, taking it as slow as needed just to not take that death at the end that we saw Trixie take before.
Taking it slow on the 4-9 is very smart. I mean, you can skip the low.
Yeah, Trixie kind of forgot the patterns of those lasers there. That second one, you go under if you're going to wait it out. And actually, a little bit of, Clustertruck speedrunning news related to what we're seeing there. 410. I just recently grinded 410 as an IL for 3.5 hours, just that level, and managed to come up with a PBIL that was probably the 3rd or 4th fastest that had ever been put in on the noAbility boards, and developed a whole new sort of movement mechanic for that level, using magnetic levitation in order to get extra speed boosts. So, interesting thing, that could find more application in this category in other levels, but also interesting to note was, after 3.5 hours of grinding something out that got me a 10.6 second time, Wolfie, saw the video footage of me doing it, and about 15 minutes later had a 10.8, so... Wolfie, just a sponge, just a method sponge on the leaderboards. He sees somebody do it, and he goes, oh, I could do that. Oh, it took you 3.5 hours? I got it in 8 minutes. We're fine.
Always holding back his power level until the knot.
Oh, I love this. Trixie taking jumps off of things in midair. It's crashing, turning around, saving it because there was nowhere to land, finding that last truck and pushing out a 5-4. Lovely little noAbility ballet. And here's 5-5. Yep, let's use some obstacles to get out. There you go. 5-5, one of those that's, you know, it's fun because of all the different ways that it could go down, you know, all the different ways it could F you over.
No! Okay. Which one survived?
And Trixie did not manage to get over there, but knew it early enough to save himself a half a second and just reset. Didn't get over this time either. With that kick, I think the trucks are going to pull away, has to reset again. MatterMaker, run like you've never run before. You got a chance to catch him as he struggles on this one. I don't think we're going to see Trixie struggle again, though. Oh, good. Yeah, just pulling mid-air turnabouts. On a level you've died twice on already. Quit showing off. That's your third death, Trixie. Didn't get over that time either. Stuck on 5-7 as MatterMaker is plowing through 5-3 here. Needs to find a truck. Needs to jump off of... Oh! He managed to catch the level. Clear goal there and get through 5-3. I thought the man was dead for want of setting up on the obstacle. Oh, that is a dead truck.
To lose now.
And the landing just kicked MatterMaker off to the side. Sometimes these trucks, man, the game, it just decides you got too much velocity, you didn't land dead middle in the truck. So I'm just going to sort of no-clip you off the side here as though you didn't actually hit this truck. And Trixie trying to navigate across those flamethrowers for a quick exit here on 5-8, I believe? Or is it 5-9? Looking for a place. He's going to need some trucks now. And the gate has closed on him. There would have been no way to get through there anyway. So something that you don't usually see, you know, that you can very easily not notice anyway here on 5-9 is that those portcullises are closing. You see the shafts of metal, baby, coming down from above. It is slowly closing. You got to get through here right about there, or else you're probably not getting through at all. And after many attempts, Triximix manages to exit 5-9, coming into 5-10. But meanwhile, MatterMaker has caught up to 5-8, just 2 levels gap between these two runners. And we know how 5-10 can cause a mess in a hurry once you get up here to the poppers. Now he's having to wait. He's going to jump out to the far one, which is dangerous. It's a spooky jump they have to take. That popper could fire before you get there, or just not fire by the time you get there. They are on randomly timed cycles as well. But Trixie does pull it off and moves into Ancient World as MatterMaker struggles with some really bad RNG on 5-9.
Trixie just constantly moving forward, even if it's like smacking after smacking a truck.
Especially on 6-1, it's a 20-some second long level at max speed. You're feeling real good about yourself. You come out with 21 seconds, so taking a death 2/3 of the way through that, really nasty. But Trixie manages to pull off the 6-2. You just run straight across those trucks and go in, and MatterMaker has cleared out 5-10. So we got both of these runners back in the same world with just 3 levels between them.
Looks like the Pixel Demon's 8.
Still 60 frames per second. I mean, yes, it's 8-bit, but that is clean 60 frames, friends.
Wow, 8-bit is next race.
It's just a preview for next race. Good pun. Good pun. And MatterMaker into that 6-2. We saw Trixie do the straight run across before, just taking it the easy way around the corner for a 12.6. It's a difference of 3 to 4 seconds that you leave there, but very easy to, you know, die. The death plane on that level is so friggin' high.
Trixie at this point just needs to take it carefully and just beat levels without dying.
Ooh. Tilty World, taking a death. Tilty World, very RNG dependent at the end here. You could end up with one truck forward and two trucks back here. That one truck could flip over on you as it's moving forward. You could end up with one truck alone that wants to tip over anyway. Tilty World is one where you just gotta have like 6 or 7 different ideas of what you might try and do when you get there. And both runners taking some deaths here.
Ooh.
And do we get a first try 610? We do.
Nice.
What's he really good at?
Oh, knowing how far he can move for stuff. Because usually I would like stop to land on a truck, but no, he just goes straight to goal or something like that, or the next truck. Like he's very good. Yeah, I think I even made 7-1. I didn't think it would.
Noticing here, MatterMaker on the last level, you know, the one with the big fences and you drop down there, was clearly holding spacebar the whole time. So, curious, we won't remember because I never remember to ask anybody when we get to the interview, but I'd love to ask him if I did remember whether or not he's just being safe or... you know, it's entirely possible that he doesn't know the mechanic of if you don't hold jump bar, you fall faster. If you hold it, you fall slower.
I actually hold jump to be safe on that level. So, yeah. I have 0 confidence in my air mobility.
What a pretty 610 there, too. The way that he jumped out. He basically just jumped straight out and then turned completely 180 degrees around. No sort of angling maneuver on that. That was lovely to watch.
Oh. Classic 7-1.
Both runners here in World 7, and this is where the run gets nasty, especially in noAbility. A lot of time to be lost on any one of these levels, very high difficulty, lots of RNG involved, and a lot of skips as well, a lot of places where we see Triximix just waiting it out and taking his time to fall down here on 7-5, I believe, and there's a lot of ways that you can save 6 to 8 seconds off of that even in noAbility. Oh! Does he clear it? MatterMaker has managed to clear the gap in 7-2, I believe. 7-3. And pushes his way out of 7-3. He's in 7-4. Well, wow. The words Wolfie and Noahkra just leapt to mind instead of Triximix there. As Trixie jumps out to the right to skip the ending of 7, whatever that one is. 8? 6? 7-6, wow! Just 2 levels between these runners. Oh, and MatterMaker just getting aimbotted by the missiles there. Doesn't take the death, though. Moving through. Oh!
I shouldn't have said something wrong.
The right side. Hey, I'm a commentator. If my words can kill you, then that's your problem. Oh, and MatterMaker taking a reset there, too, where he wasn't necessarily dead. He had managed to grab the side of that thing. I think that's one of those moments where your hand just sort of says, quick, hit reset, and another,
no,
and
he shouldn't have reset. Losing the will to live. Stop.
Needs to slow down, get calm. You gotta go zen for 7-5. Triximix looks to have moved all the way to the end of 7-8 here. Just gotta not die so he doesn't lose 40 seconds. Setting up back, getting a little bit of speed, and making that final push in as MatterMaker takes the big plunge, needs to land the top of this truck. We've seen him have trouble landing the trucks with that kind of downward velocity previously, but he does pull it off here today. And that is very hard in World 7. There's a lot of different levels where you have these very long drops, and if you aren't, like, focusing directly, both runners a little bit frustrated.
Time.
If you're not focusing directly on the middle of the truck that you want to land on, the game will occasionally just decide, hey, you're moving very fast and you didn't quite hit the middle, so no clip. Trixie taking a lot of deaths here on 7-9, but it is a place where you take deaths in noAbility. Manages to finally clear it. Coming out with the 20-second version of the clear.
Trixie, pray for your downfall for your spins. Anyways.
And 710 did not go for the backup version, so he's got to land these trucks very carefully and make sure that the timing is good for getting out to the last goal. Ooh, that last little touch. I'm like, oh, he needs a grind. Oh, he got the grind. But that puts Triximix into World 8 as MatterMaker is coming into the longest level in the game and taking a death on it. I'm not sure exactly where that death was. I don't think it was too late. I think it was just right here.
Yeah. Oh, the trucks behind MatterMaker. They're wanting revenge.
And Trixie on 8-2. Look out for this level. He's just going to ride it out, take a hop, try and stand his way through there. It's a very, very tight gap to fit yourself through with normal speed. I feel like it's actually safer to go through it at full speed, but he does manage to do it. 8-4, they bounce the truck off of his forehead, and he misses the last jump. I think the game just ate that jump from him.
Yeah.
And he gets sniped one more time with the truck in the face. Third attempt now. Moving down the side, just trying to avoid the wall of trucks is going to be fired, and it hits him again, knocks him back down. But meanwhile, MatterMaker can't really make that much use of this this holdup that Trixie's having because MatterMaker's held up on 7-9. Sci-Fi World's version of we don't like you, so you're not finishing the game today. And going up looks like he's going for the pause bounce. MatterMaker, that was a very good attempt at the pause bounce, didn't quite come in. I would say go for it again, MatterMaker. Yep. There you go, he's got it. It's so high. He's got to watch out for Duck. Duck! Keep your head low. Duck! There we go. Gets hit by the fan and blown into the goal. Very, very pretty pause bounce there, if not terrifyingly high. You can't get a pause bounce.
Ronin,
yes.
Restart your audio.
Oh, thank you.
Whoa. Terrestrial being just talked. How did that happen?
You can get a pause bounce out of that level that will just crush your skull into your neck. We've got both runners into World 8 now. MatterMaker clearing out 8-1 as Trixie dances the tops of these trucks in, I think it's 8-6. Oh, just barely catches the side of that truck. Just enough for a little glancing pass to give him the or give him the boost that he needed to clear out the rest of the level. And into 8-9, the salmon swimming upstream level as MatterMaker uses the same method Trixie used on 8-3 to clear that out. And Trixie gets lucky on landing the right truck, which is just a coin toss that can also come up where neither of them are going to actually let you clear the game today. Oh, and MatterMaker taking too many trucks to the face right there at the end. It's something where in noAbility, like, there's a way to just get up enough speed to keep moving and jump straight to goal, but it's very difficult if you don't get it. It's what do you do, you know? It's really just up to the level. I have gotten down on the front of the cabin to stand there and figured, well, they can't do anything to me here, and then had them fire a truck straight down into my face and send me and the truck flying to the back of the level.
You just gotta hope for the best at that point.
Oh, that was a very short jump for Trixie on 8-9, but he did manage to make it connect. That last one was a bit scary. Into 8-10.
Looks like this. Oh, okay.
Just sitting it up on the, yeah, on the hood of the cab there. And just gonna take an up and over. Oh! Taking a death at the end of 8-10. This is a nasty little level. Trixie was took the world record from me, I believe, after I'd taken the world record with an end of the game method here on 8-10 in the ILs for this segment in noAbility. So he is definitely choosing to be safe here. A little out of practice on it. Whoa! Took a jump there that didn't quite respect that there were two pipes coming, but it was enough to push over. And he's into hell.
Ooh, we'll be curious to see how the runners do.
MatterMaker not lucky on the truck that he chose, but manages to ride it up and land the next one. Ooh, very nice wheel touch on 9-2. Got a lot of speed, but sadly couldn't convert it into more speed. On this level for noAbility, you're trying to get a bunch of speed off of that hill and then take basically 2 jumps off of trucks to get you right over the lava in a clean pass. Very difficult to do, and even when you know how to do it, it can be rare to get what you're looking for. Get a big old jump there.
Oh, Trixie's movement got obliterated. Wasn't able to make it the next jump. Rip.
Just gonna wait this out. Gonna have to move back to a truck behind him as the crucifixes sweep that one out. Pushing forward to the front. Needs to turn around and find another truck to go forward again. And that is the 20-second clear of that level. It can be done in 14. It can be done in 16. But it's up to the level to give you those options. Lots of speed here through 9-4. Coming out with an 11-7. That's a good time. Ooh, pretty movement here through 9-5, too. Oh, but he's going too fast, actually, for his own good. Probably just magnetically levitated over those last trucks, too. Looking for that hold the jump bar and get a nice boost off of them. But out with a 14-7 on the second attempt, as MatterMaker comes into 9-2 and fights the lava pit.
It's a little bath in the warm juices.
What? Somebody hit the
Actually,
mute
it's
button.
spicy water.
Alright, Trixie's in 9-7. If things are gonna go super haywire, here's a good place for them. Ooh, lots of little, just sort of... what would you even call it? Jump boost, speedy McGitters. In order to get him through 9-7.
I don't really know.
But that means he has to die on 9-8. He does have to die on 9-8. It's the rules of Clustertruck. He's breaking, the game is broken. He's not going to be able to clear 9-10
well, it has to be
now.
a terrible 9-10. Yeah, 9-10. I'm expecting at least 10 attempts. It's only fair.
MatterMaker jumping backward to dodge some crucifixes as Trixie pushes forward to clear out 9-9 and come into the final level of the game, jumping pretty early, but that was safe. Into 9-10, and Trixie is going to go for the long route in. I believe we saw him do this in the Snakeathon run as well, when he was versus Snakeathon in the upper bracket. Just what he's familiar with. It's a 40-second average sort of a time to do it this way. But if you're not familiar with the crazy skips that we've come up with in noAbility, this might be your best bet. He's up to the top with good speed. He's set himself up on this top truck. Oh, he jumped. He did not mean to jump. He did not mean to jump, and that's 45 seconds or so time loss right here on 9-10. That has happened to me a lot. You know, it's something that you gotta be running it over and over again just to get your hand out of the habit of jumping. When you get up to that button.
It's payment for 9-7 and 9-8.
yeah. Second attempt. Oh, he slides off the side of the truck. Playing it a little bit fast and loose and dangerous, too. We did curse him, didn't we, Noah? Theo and Jen saying they cursed him. We may have.
They cursed,
he cursed himself. He left no blood on 9-7 or 9-8. The altar is too dry. You cannot pass. MatterMaker waiting until it's safe to clear it out at 9-7. And Trixie taking another death there. MatterMaker's in 9-8 or 9-8 now. He's got to fight these rolling pentagrams. Push forward into 9-9. Into 9-9. One level of separation between these two, and Trixie is taking silly deaths on the climb there. He's just trying to go real fast now. He knows just how close that this race is getting. Oh! Barely saves himself a little magnetic levitation off the side of it.
If MatterMaker pause bounces and gets it first try.
That's right. That's right. We're about to have both of these runners in 9-10. MatterMaker moving to the goal. He's in. Trixie is climbing. Making the turn at the armpit. Getting up to the top. MatterMaker looking for a pause bounce. Oh my
Trixie
god.
has to beat the button.
It's just this close. But Trixie's got it. A 29:49 second noAbility clear. MatterMaker looking for this pause bounce still. Wow. Wow. Those 40-second methods from Trixie and the multiple fails, leaving MatterMaker the room to be right on the cusp. Just needed an incredible amount of luck and skill at the end of this run in order to get that, that first try pause bounce. Didn't come in. Looks like he's going to try and go up for the up and over. This one is high enough to make the transfer anyway, but I think the arm's going to move on him as soon as he lands. Oh, he just barely... It tried to move. I swear I saw a frame there where it tried to start moving, but if you get to a certain point in the level, it snaps back to where it's supposed to be. Let's hope for a first try clear from MatterMaker. I don't think... Did MatterMaker leave any blood on the altars of 9-7, 9-8, 9-9?
What is happening right now? What is this crazy setup? Whoa.
He's got it,
I mean, it worked.
He's got it with a 30-55. Wow, what a race. What a race. Managed to keep it between, say, 4 and 5 levels gap. Most of the time, we saw it get as close as 2 levels gap, and then all of a sudden, Triximix is standing at 9-10 and just dying and dying and dying and dying. MatterMaker managed to actually...
People aware how close that was.
Hello, hello. Can we please go vertical?
Vertical? Like to the moon? Gee. No.
Indeed. So have we got both runners here, and can we get their volumes turned up? Who was that speaking? Was that MatterMaker?
Am I quiet?
That's sounding a little bit better.
Okay.
So who am I speaking to?
I'm MatterMaker.
Okay,
for sure.
MatterMaker. Oof. What were you listening to the race as it was going on?
Yes.
Yeah. Ooh. How
not
did
at the
that
first
feel?
half, but I started at the second half. I got so upset after the first world of taking so many dumb deaths and stuff that I just got upset and I let it get to my head, and then I just took so many dumb deaths through the whole game. I feel like I was running fast enough to get like a 26 or 27 minute time, but I just took so many deaths.
If you did, you would have won too.
Yeah, but I did great in World 9. I think that's the best World 9 I've ever done. No deaths in 7, 8, or 9, and then a somewhat quick 9-10.
Yeah. So wasn't that
Yeah,
bad.
I don't know how you got away with that, because Triximix absolutely didn't. No blood left on the altars of 9-7 or 9-8 means that you're going to take a lot of deaths on 9-10. How did that feel, Trixie?
To be honest, this was a terrible run for me. I expected more like a 24, 25 maybe, and I just died. I think that's my actually my worst hell ever, and my worst medieval. Medieval was absolutely wacky. But yeah, I won. I don't know how.
Yeah.
It was so close. You guys are gonna... I mean, I think both of you are gonna love watching it back, because it's like the rubber banding of, oh, and then you're stuck, and then you're pulling away, and then up to the end, and you're both in the same level and have a chance. Oh, hell of a show on what you put on. And yeah, great way to, like, if you had to lose, that was a hell of a way to lose there, because it was so close.
MatterMaker, if you got the pause bounce first try, you would have beaten Trixie. It was that close.
Oh, that would have been so cool.
It would have been.
And it would be deserved.
Man, it shows you how important that the last level is, but yeah. So important.
Yeah, it's funny. It's actually weird. I feel like I've seen the game evolve to that point. When I first came on, it didn't seem like 9-10 was a big, thing, a big stopping point, that kind of thing. It was just like part of the speed run, and we've just made the game so much more optimized and efficient and everything, and there's so many weird skips and extra methods. Now it feels like, I just watched Cheese beat Super Mario 64 120 star for a new world record, and end of that game, I'm just going, my God, it's ridiculously difficult. I feel like Clustertruck has gotten there now, The whole game is decided by the last 3 worlds, and then the whole game is decided by the last 3 levels of the last world. But hell of a race to watch. That means that Triximix carries on here in the lower bracket, and MatterMaker retires from the tournament. Very good showing, an incredibly close match right at the end, especially going up against someone who used to just hold all the world records in noAbility percent. Very good showing, MatterMaker. Thank you so much for it. And I hope you had fun.
Thank you for having me. Definitely.
Yeah, well played. You played really great, MatterMaker. GG.
I just feel like I was just sliding off trucks all over the place. I don't know what. Feels like something was wrong with my setup. I'm going to go after this and go put in a 24-minute time, I think.
Oh, that was, I've remembered the one question that I wanted to ask, which was on 7, 7? The one where you take the big fall. You jump out to the left and take the big fall and float into the back side of the goal. Were you holding spacebar the whole time, just as a safety thing, or do you have a method where you go for
safety thing? It's not worth it to me to save a couple of extra seconds, because I have taken deaths on there, like letting go of the spacebar for too long. So just lose a couple seconds and, don't risk losing, 20 seconds.
Yeah, and really when you get down to it, it's not even a couple of seconds. The difference is usually probably less than 1 second. So probably the smarter call there, but I was watching, I was like, looks like he's holding spacebar. I'm going to try and look smart later by asking about that. Anyway, thank you both for... No, crap, we've lost. Hang on. No, that doesn't...
It's fine. It's a cat cam.
Cat cam. We got a bit of a cat cam for you, and that means that it's our time to go to break. We're going to take a live stream break and set up for the next race that's coming forward, a noUtility percent race between Noahkra and 8BitBlitz. Noahkra, the organizer of this event. Another lower bracket round where only one can survive. Who will? Stay tuned until after this. We'll be back in however many minutes it takes us to set this up. Don't go anywhere, because we aren't. On, not out. The button. The break.
Not out. The button's there.
Thank you, I found it. Hello, I am the Roninpawn. Welcome back to the Clustertruck Speedrunning Tournament 2021 as we carry on with our second race of the day. Well, AJ, you know, just bangs it out to our fancy jazz music here.
Yeah. Okay, so this time,
I feel
Ronin,
like we should
have
some Muppets or something just doing that.
Okay, this time, Ronin, we have Noah versus 8BitBlitz, or EBB. EBB. I mean, I prefer that, but yeah, this time I built a little arc. I guess it's an arc. I don't know, it's just a weird sailboat, but yeah, that's it.
Everything you do on these things is just randy. Why do you have to invoke, you know, biblical tales of forced mating between animals on a ship for 40 days? That's a lot of mating. Anyway.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with pornography books.
Okay. Well,
okay, never mind.
There goes the GSA sponsorship we've been working at. No, I'm kidding. Welcome back to the tournament. So we just saw, what did we just see? MatterMaker and
Trixie, yeah.
Triximix. I have chronic fatigue syndrome, so names, if they're not on my screen, I can't. We just saw MatterMaker and Triximix go at it in noAbility % in a race that came down to, I mean, in the best possible scenario, 8 seconds. It could have just switched hands right there at the end. Incredible race that. And now we've got Noahkra and 8BitBlitz up on the block to run noUtility. Now, Noah is, has a lot of chops in noAbility, but at some point decided I'm specializing noUtility. He was doing a lot of work on noAbility runs and then tried it with just levitation on, was like, oh no, this is my jam. In fact, I think it was our last competition that we ran, not this whole big tournament, but we had a, you know, 1-day sort of competition where everybody ran at the same time. And after that, I remember Noah coming out and saying, oh my God, my noUtility time was better than my noAbility time. I'm doing noUtility from now on.
The magical Lev juice.
So 8BitBlitz is up against some very stiff competition here in noUtility because Noah has his chops and his acumen in that category. We'll see what he manages to pull out against such a stiff competition. I can do it too, AJ. I can do it.
Well, you have to make sure people are dying in this, because one person is going to die in this race, so be sure to mention that. All right? We'll never see him again off the... Well, I guess we'll see Noah. But we'll never see them again if they die.
I need to get my whiteboard and draw something, and then we...
Oh, okay. Did you have a whiteboard too?
No, actually.
Okay. You could use your, like, you could just stick pen on, like, your arms or something, you know? Just tattoo yourself during the... Okay, never mind.
I do actually have... So I made a whiteboard... Because I'm not going to... Whiteboards are expensive. Shockingly expensive. So instead, what I did is I went down to the old Home Depot there and I bought myself a shower board for $8. 8x4 foot shower board. It's made of basically the same stuff, not the same chemical coating on it. Hung that on my wall, and whenever I want to replace stuff, I have to just get out the bleach and elbow in to get it off. But it comes off.
So does your fingers, right? Okay.
So before we let these runners get any more practice, let's get them started, because everybody's been like trying to invent new methods while we've been setting up here.
Yeah, stop it. Stop it. Stop it right now. Okay. We'll begin the countdown until their expiration date. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go!
That was, again, one of the patented AJ, you know, we're just going to mess with the countdown here. Retime a little bit. Leave an extra gap for you to try and figure out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Half a one?
Incredible 6.1 clear from Noahkra there, though, out of 1-3. Very difficult level to just get some good moves off of. Tends to involve a little bit of RNG, and yeah, coming out with a 6.1, that is very hard to do. Averages are more 6.6, 7.0 on that level.
Noah's the fancy movement guy.
Let's get some stream volume in for both of these runners. There we go.
Noah has like the highest FOV ever. Just his eyes are just like ripped along his face.
Yeah. Noah does actually move fast, but not this fast. It will be very confusing to anyone watching based on his 180,000 FOV that he likes to play with. But
he's got to see behind himself.
A nice 10.9 out of 1.9 into 110, just getting all the speed and leving through with a 6.5 second clear. Well, 8BitBlitz casually finishes the top of 1.9. Noah's struggling for a